Hello friends, welcome to lecture number 5 of alternating current. In the previous lecture, what we discussed? Electric resonance. Resonance in series LCR circuit. But today, what we'll discuss? We'll discuss today bandwidth. We'll discuss today bandwidth. So what is this? Have you heard this word? Bandwidth? The answer is coming from your side. Sir, yes. Yes, every day, every time we are using this word bandwidth. So actually, what is this bandwidth? So you now have the curiosity to know what is this. Now you are watching this video. So what is your network bandwidth? Sometimes when you are doing any online meeting, it always write the bandwidth is low, poor network connection. This word is very common. Very common word. When you tune the radio to listen some FM, then what happened there? Due to some bandwidth, you also can able to listen the radio. When you watching the TV, there is also bandwidth. Everywhere the word is used, bandwidth is a very common word in your day-to-day life. But what is actually this bandwidth? This is now the curiosity within you. To understand this, some knowledge about the previous video, previous lecture is required. I hope you have that knowledge. You have gone through that video properly. Okay. So in resonance, you have remembered graph. Which graph? The variation of peak current and frequency. And frequency, you can write nu here, you can write omega, doesn't matter. Only 1, 2 pi, difference will be there. So I naught versus omega. Different peak currents. In this line, peak current I had taken, and in this line, frequency I had taken. And you saw in the previous lecture, at a particular frequency, this I naught becomes maximum, and that frequency is called as resonant frequency. Already I have told everything in the previous video. There I naught is maximum. If the frequency will be more, I naught decreases. If the frequency will be less, also I naught decreases, and graph is like this. And graph is like this. You have seen this graph in the previous lecture, that I naught versus frequency graph. And at this particular frequency, resonance happens and the condition is XL is equal to XC, and this is called resonant frequency. Resonant frequency. And what is this value? What is this value? This is I naught. Is it? No. This is not I naught. I have told you clearly. This is not I naught. This is I naught maximum value. Remember, what is I naught? What is I naught max? So here every point on this line is I naught. Every point on this line is I naught. That value is brought from one graph, from one signal at a particular frequency. Suppose this is one current graph. Suppose this is one current graph. Suppose this is one current graph. Okay, so from every current graph, I naught values are picked here to draw the graph at different frequencies. All these graphs are drawn at different frequencies. This is at one frequency, this is in one frequency, this is one frequency. In different frequencies, these graphs are drawn, and the I naught values are picked, and then I naught versus omega graph is drawn like this. But so what is this value? Here all values are I naught, but what is this? This value is I naught max. This is I naught max. Here all values are I naught, or I write the I naught here, but this is I naught max. I'm writing it like this. I naught max. Okay, so this much knowledge from the previous lecture we need to understand what is that common word bandwidth. Another one also, another knowledge also I am reminding you. What is the expression of this I naught max? What is the expression of I naught max? First, what is the expression of I naught? You know that E naught by J means E naught by R square plus XL minus XC whole square root over. This much knowledge you have. But what is the value of that I naught max? I naught max. When this I naught becomes maximum resonance, this happens only at resonance, means XL XC cancel, and that is I naught by, that is E naught by R. Just this formulas already you know. Just I remind you because these formulas are required here to understand today's topic, today's lecture. So, but what is bandwidth? That you are thinking, sir, yes, we have all this previous knowledge, but now please tell us what is bandwidth, what you are using in everyday life, bandwidth, always. So now you see, at this frequency resonance happens. If the frequency will be more, then I naught decreases. If frequency will be less, then also I naught decreases. Let's now choose one value of this, that 1 by root 2 of I naught max. 1 by root 2 of I naught max. Now you come down to 1 by root 2 times of the I naught max. To 1 by root 2 times. So if you come down to this value, so this value happens at two frequencies. At two frequencies. Which two frequencies? At this frequency. At this frequency, let's write omega 1. You will get 1 by root 2 times I naught max value. The peak current, this much peak current you will get at this frequency. This is also one peak current. And also that much peak current you will get at this frequency. Omega 2. So this is the maximum value of I naught, but if you come down to 1 by root 2 times the maximum value, then that value occurs at two frequencies which lie on either side of resonant frequency. Which lie on either side of resonant frequency. Some value less than omega r, let's write that del omega. Some value more than omega r, let's write that also del omega. So what is the difference now between them? Between this omega and omega 2, between this omega 1 and omega 2. That difference, this difference, this is called bandwidth. This is called bandwidth. So now what is the definition of a bandwidth? If an exam question will come, define bandwidth. What you write? If you want, you can note it. It is defined as the difference of frequency on either side of resonant frequency. It is defined as the difference of frequency on either side of resonant frequency for which peak current reduced to 1 by root 2 times of its maximum value. Again I am telling, bandwidth is defined as the difference of frequency on either side of resonant frequency for which peak current reduced to 1 by root 2 times of its maximum value. That is called bandwidth. Now you got mathematically what is bandwidth. But if I write omega 1 here, it is omega r minus del omega. If I write omega 2 here, this is omega r plus del omega. And the difference is called bandwidth. So difference bandwidth is now omega 2 minus omega 1. So this is, if you do the subtraction, you will get 2 del omega. So this is the bandwidth. Now you got the idea that what is the bandwidth actually in physics or mathematical. You understood the bandwidth. But still some doubt is in your mind. Why the doubt is in your mind? Because you can't able to understand its practical application. You are thinking, okay sir, we understood bandwidth. Mathematical sir, we understood, no problem. But why will you read this? What is the advantage of this bandwidth? What the advantage of reading, advantage of getting knowledge about this? Is it also used in day-to-day life? Where it is, then its practical knowledge is required. Now I am coming to that point, where its practical knowledge is required. So, if you understood bandwidth, now we'll come to its practical knowledge. Where is it required? This bandwidth is required. Let's come to the common life. Now return back to 15 years back now. I will take you 15 years back. 15 years or 10, 12 years, also in 10, 12 years, you might have seen that device. You must have seen this type of device. Radio. Which device? Radio. This type of shape radio. Have you seen? You must have seen this type of radio. Okay? One bar was there here. One pointer type was there. And one big knob was there. This was the radio. Okay? Where if we return back to 10 to 15 years back, people were listening. Akash Bani, Prasar Bharati, different channels was there, and they were listening the music, news, everything in the radio. So at that time, what was the situation? If your grandfather or somebody had told you that you please now tune the radio, I want to listen the news in Akash Bani, then what you did? What generally people do at that time? So they rotate this knob. This knob they rotate to tune to that particular channel to listen music or news. But what was the situation? You just recall if you have done it. What is the situation? It was very difficult to tune a particular signal to a particular channel. It was very difficult. You must have faced this type of difficulty. What I am telling now, listen. You rotate that knob, then carefully you listen that where clear sound is coming. Carefully. You must have listened where clear sound is coming. Sometimes you rotate the knob, the sound, the particular channel comes, and when again that channel goes also, you can't able to know, but no clear sound is coming. Sometimes also this happens. Why that type of situation happens? I'm telling you, giving the practical example. Suppose Akash Bani, its frequency was 10. So one example I'm just telling you, at that time it was in kilohertz. So it's a suppose 1014 kilohertz. This was the resonant frequency. Resonant frequency means at this frequency the signal will come. Tuning, I explained in the previous class. All signals are roaming, but a particular frequency, when you tune, then that signal will be received by your radio or TV. Suppose now grandfather told that you tune to Akash Bani, when you rotate at this frequency, it should give the clear frequency, clear signal. But what happened? When you rotate the knob, suppose that knob is here. That line is suppose here. This line is crawled from this side to that side like this. You must have this type of experience. Okay, but when you bring this line, when the line comes to this position, you will mark now Akash Bani sound is coming. Now Akash Bani sound is, but not clear. And when you rotate, listening carefully where it will come clear sound, where I listen clear sound, you rotate the knob, that one will go, that line will go, then at a particular point, may clear sound come. Not sure, may clear sound come at a particular point. But if you rotate it more, again when that line will go to this position, up to that also you will listen that Akaspan channel, up to that. But what was the difference? At only this point, at only this middle line, you listen almost a clear sound. But when you will go away from it, also that Akasbani sound will come, but mixing with which type of sound? Have you listened this type of sound? That Akasbani will come, but this type of sound will come pre with that. Also before that also when you reach at this point, when the line will reach here, also that sound will come. With that, little sound will come. Then when you adjust here, you will listen the sound, but not also clear. Still little noise will get there. That's called noise, unwanted signal. What you don't want, that is called noise. What's the definition of noise? Unwanted signal or unwanted thing, unwanted signal, unwanted voice, unwanted sound, that is called noise. Sometimes noise is a relative word. Sometimes some teachers teaching also are noise for you if you don't like. If you don't like some teacher's teaching, then what happens? That teacher's teaching or that teacher's sound signal becomes noise for you. I don't want. This is now noise for me. Okay. So noise is an unwanted signal. It's called as noise. So this was the situation 10 to 15 years back. Why this happens at that time? I'll go to that. You see here, that if we mathematically I will show, this middle line is this 1014. This is the middle line. 1014. This is the middle line. And it maybe 5 less, not exactly, maybe 5 or maybe 4 less. This frequency will be 1010 kilohertz. This will be maybe 4 more, 1018 kilohertz. Means within this much range, the signal comes. But at a particular point, only clear sound comes. But within this much range, the sound comes, but mixing with noise. But nowadays, what is the situation? If you want to listen, suppose 98.3, suppose Radio Mirchi, 98.3, digital panels are available. You just type in your mobile phone 98.3, immediately 98.3 comes, and with much more sound clarity, no noise, much more sound clarity, 98.3 megahertz. This is nowadays FM is in megahertz, 98.3. Radio Mirchi is coming, 92.7 big FM you are listening, but particular frequency it comes. But you may tell, no sir, if I type 98.4, also this is coming. Yes, it's coming, but very less. Very less it is coming. If also 98.3, 98.2, also it is coming. Yes, it may come, but that is very less. So the broadening is not that much more, but here it was much more. So now you are thinking, so why you are telling this one? Because actually our doubt was, what is the application of a bandwidth? But why you are telling this one? Because this is the application of bandwidth. This is the application of a bandwidth. And in which case, now you tell me, in which case the resonance is sharp. In this case, or in this case, in which case the quality, the sound signal is very clear. In which case it's very clear. Nowadays the signal, the sound, what is coming from the radio is very clear. Very clear. That means quality factor. One term will read here. Quality factor is more, sharpness of resonance is good. Here the bandwidth is applied. Sharpness of resonance or quality factor now I discuss. So sharpness of resonance, and this is measured by the mathematical quantity, that is Q factor, or this is called quality factor. Here we will measure, find quality factor. Here we will find quality factor. Sharpness of resonance, where the resonance is very sharp, very sharp. You see this one, if I draw the I naught versus frequency curve, so its curve is like this. If I draw here the I naught versus frequency curve, I naught versus frequency curve, the curve is like this. Can you mark? Here where the resonance happens, at which point resonance happens here? This is a plane like this. At which point resonance happens here? Not actually clear. There is not a particular, you will not get any particular frequency where exactly the resonance happens. That's why noise starts from here to here. But in this case, at a particular frequency, you will find the resonance. Sharpness of resonance is more. In which case? In this case. Then I think this is coming to your mind. Sir, if this graph will be like this, pointed one, then the sharpness of resonance will be again more. Yes. Yes, so sharpness of resonance will be more. So now we'll discuss about sharpness of resonance, which is measured by the quantity mathematically, that is quality factor. Till now you could not able to understand where the bandwidth is applied. You now mark these two figures. In which case, from the figure it is very clear. In which case bandwidth will be more. Let's draw the two graphs in the same place. Let's draw the two graphs in the same place. Now on the same graph, I am now drawing the two graphs on the same graph paper. You see, one graph is like this, another graph is like this. See, in which case bandwidth will be less, in the first one or in the second one, where the bandwidth will be less. Obviously, okay, your answer is coming. Sir, in the second one bandwidth is less. In which case resonance is more sharp. Which case? In the second case resonance is more sharp. Yes, now you got the relation. Now you got the link between bandwidth and sharpness of resonance. Now you can tell me, to get more quality factor, to get more sharpness of resonance, bandwidth should be more or less? More or less? Now you think, to get good quality factor, to get sharpness of resonance, the bandwidth should be more or less? Bandwidth should be, if you are thinking the answer less, then you are correct. So more is the quality factor, or more is the sharpness. More is the sharpness of resonance, less is bandwidth. Less is bandwidth. To get good sharpness of resonance, to get good quality factor, the bandwidth should be less. Remember, from the graph it's very clear. But how mathematically we will calculate this quality factor? Now this question is coming to your mind. How mathematically we will calculate this quality factor? This is one important 3 marks derivation. How mathematically we will calculate this quality factor, which determines the sharpness of resonance. So quality factor is defined as, you can note it, the definition of quality factor. Quality factor is defined as the ratio of resonant frequency to bandwidth. Again I am telling, quality factor is defined as the ratio of resonant frequency to bandwidth. So this is the mathematical formula of quality factor. Resonant frequency to bandwidth. So if bandwidth, that is also frequency. Bandwidth is also difference of frequency. So frequency by frequency. What is the SI unit of quality factor? What is the unit of quality factor? Frequency by frequency. What is the unit? It is unitless. This is a question once come in board examination, that this is unitless. What is the unit of a quality factor? No unit. It has no unit. So this is the quality factor. This is the mathematical formula. But now let's derive one expression for this quality factor. Let's come for the derivation of this quality factor. All of you remember its formula. So derivation now we'll do for quality factor. Derivation. So to derive it, we need that graph. So this is which value? Here what is taken? I naught in this axis, and this is the resonant frequency, and this is what? Now can you tell? This is what? I naught? No, this is I naught. I naught max. You write it like this, I naught max, and fall to 1 by root 2 times I naught max. So you will get the two frequencies, omega 1 and omega 2. So omega 1, omega 2 minus omega 1, that is called bandwidth. So now let's find. Let's derive it. So what is the expression of I naught max? I naught max expression, all of you know that, E naught by R, because this happens during resonance. Then what is, now this is happens when omega is equal to omega R. When the frequency is resonant frequency, then I naught max is equal to E naught by R. But when omega is equal to omega 2, I am taking to this side. I can take omega 1, no problem, but I am taking to omega 2 so that I will get in positive value. So when omega is equal to omega 2, what is the current? You see, 1 by root 2. This is 1 by root 2. I naught max. This is equal to E naught by, because this is only peak current, E naught by Z. Or I can write R square plus XL minus XC whole square root over. Are you thinking I will write only E naught by R? No. E naught by R only during resonant frequency, because at that time XL, XC cancel each other. But for any other value of a current except this I naught max, XL, XC are there. They will remain in the expression. So this is E naught by Z actually. So in place of Z I wrote R square plus XL minus XC whole square root over. Because this is not I naught max, this is 1 by root 2 of I naught max. We now fall 1 by root 2. Okay, so now this is a 1 by root 2, but in place of I naught max what we write? E naught by R. I just brought from here E naught by R. This is E naught, this is R square plus what is XL? This is omega L, but I wrote it at omega is equal to omega 2, so omega 2L minus omega 2C. You know, X is equal to 1 by omega C, it's root over. So E naught cancel. So this term is equal to this, root 2R is equal to R square plus this omega 2L minus omega 2C square its root over. So just both of them I took the numerator. You just do the square in both sides. This is root 2 square 2 r square. This is r square plus omega 2l omega 2c square. Root over remove because I did square to both sides. Now this r square will bring to this side. This will become r square omega 2l omega 2c. It's square. Right. Now again you remove the square from both sides. So r is equal to omega 2l minus omega 2c. Now this much you understood what I did. Again I am telling you, I not max I wrote E naught by r, that you already know. But when I write I naught means 1 by root 2 times I naught max, then this is not r, here z is there. We have to write z, then I just solve it. Then I reach that this expression. R is equal to omega 2l minus 1 by omega 2c. But what is this omega 2? This omega 2 is how much? See here. This omega 2 is omega r plus del omega. Correct? Omega 2 is omega r plus del omega. I have told you, to this side del omega, to this side del omega. Okay. So omega r plus del omega. Now I will replace it here. Now again come to that point here. Again come to that point now. So this is r is equal to omega 2, in place of omega 2 you write omega r plus del omega, this is L, minus omega r plus del omega, this is C. So implies that r is equal to, now you bring omega r common here. So 1 plus del omega by omega r into L. Here you bring omega r common, 1 plus del omega by omega r into C. So implies that r is equal to half essence, because it's a long mathematical derivation, but nothing difficult. So omega r, in place of omega r, now let's write its expression. What is the expression of omega r? 1 by LC root over. You know that in the previous lecture. So L I brought to this side, L, then 1 plus del omega by omega r, minus, also you put here 1 by LC root over, C is here, bring C to this place, then 1 plus del omega by omega r, right? Then implies that r is equal to, now here it become L by C root over. L and L root over cancel, L by C root over, 1 plus del omega by omega, and here it also become C cancel C root over, and it will go to numerator, it will be C by L by C root over, and this side if I will take to numerator, it will be del omega by omega r minus 1 power. This one C cancel, here C root over, I just take L root over to numerator. Okay, L by C root over, and this one also to numerator, so it become minus 1 power. So it is equal to L by C root over 1 plus del omega by omega minus L by C root over. Here what we do, generally what we always do in physics, minus 1 power we find. How? Using which theorem? That you know? Binomial theorem. We will use binomial theorem, and neglecting higher order terms, what we get always when you use the binomial theorem, what you do in physics, that power is multiplied in the second term. That power is multiplied in the second term. This power is multiplied in second term. Then automatically now binomial theorem is used. You will write using binomial theorem. And neglecting the higher order terms as del omega very less than omega r. You can write it there, no problem. So L by C root over is taken common. So if taken common, then this minus this. You will subtract, what you will get? 1 cancel. You will get 2 del omega by omega r. This implies that r is equal to this much. Now hope you got your bandwidth expression. After a long time, now you got your bandwidth expression. So what is the bandwidth expression? Now you get the quality factor expression. Sorry, not bandwidth, quality factor expression. What you got? Now hope you got it. What was the quality factor expression? Omega r by 2 del omega. So let's bring here omega r by 2 del omega. So omega r by 2 del omega is equal to, so this one, so this becomes 1 by r L by c root over. Okay, omega r by del omega, 2 del omega is equal to 1 by r. This comes to this side, it's a root over. Now understand, from this step I wrote this step now. Okay, so what is this LHS step? This is nothing but your quality factor, Q factor. So 1 by r L by c root over. After a long mathematical derivation, we could able to get the expression of quality factor. So this mathematically determines the sharpness of resonance. You can also find this expression in short. Also you can find the expression of quality factor in short. Another definition you will find in different books, quality factor definition. That it's the ratio of inductive or capacitive reactance to resistance. Very simple. Quality factor is also defined as ratio of inductive reactance to resistance or capacitive reactance to resistance. Either XL by R or XC by R. How? Either XL by R or XC by R, it will be same. Yes. Because XL is equal to XC during resonance. During resonance, XL is equal to XC. So no problem, you can take anyone. So XL by R. So in place of XL, you can write omega L by R. Okay. So again, in place of omega, you can put 1 by LC root over. So this is L by R. So you will get 1 by R L by C root over. Same expression you will get here. Okay, so the same expression after doing a long derivation, you can get this expression. Also just by doing the ratio of inductive reactance to resistance or capacitive reactance. If you do also in this side, also you will get the same expression. If you put in place of XC 1 by omega C, then in place of omega 1 by LC root over, also you get the same expression. So this is the quality factor which determines the sharpness of resonance. Thank you.